Welcome in and thanks for listening. We are going to run down every major college football game, discuss it, pick our spreads, have a
Recap,
good
recap.
time. Yes.
Gotta love it.
Starting with we'll start with the Colorado versus Washington State game.
Let's do it.
We
Colorado,
got
Washington State.
Colorado plus 4.5 on the road at Washington State. What do you think?
So, me personally here, I'm tired of going against Dion. I have bet against him probably half the times. And I mean, I've never lost with or
Okay.
without, or with or against him.
Right.
So, one of the very few people that I haven't lost a bet against, but he almost got my ass last week, so I'm staying away from this week. So, the Arizona and Colorado, that was about to bust a six leg that I had. So I'm gonna let that go. That's why I didn't touch it. Tired of him scaring me to death, so I'm just stay away from him. But I know you're going with Washington State here, man. But Colorado's got a lot to lose here. So
They're not making a bowl game, so I think they're about done. I don't even Shiloh Sanders does not care at all.
I mean,
or Shadur. I think Washington State moves the ball on Colorado. Colorado is small. They are tiny. They are petite. And I think
it's a high school team.
Yes.
It's a very, very good high school team.
Washington State will throw the ball all over Colorado. They'll get out to a big lead. Colorado is very wishy-washy, and I just don't like them. They don't play that well on these night games either when they play like real late. They need people watching them.
Oh, Dion's bitched about that. How he kept getting his late games and stuff, and he didn't like that
because people don't watch him, and he likes to be watched. I mean, he's so good. He's so flashy. But give me, I'll take Washington and take it to the bank. Take it.
All right, you got it. I'm actually gonna take. I like Colorado to cover here. Call me crazy. Okay. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
we're gonna see, but I know Washington State.
Cameron Ward for Washington State is gonna eat that Colorado defense alive. He was a Heisman finalist for like the first 4 weeks of the season. So,
hey, I got nothing on Washington State. I think they're a hell of a team, but it's just I don't know. Colorado they seem to be chippy whenever it gets down to nitty gritty of the games. I don't know why, but
I feel you. I heavily disagree, but you're right, entitled to your opinion. So,
well, in order to, I may just be shooting myself in the foot here. I mean, they're not going to hold them to a field goal. Colorado, they're not going to hold Washington State to a field goal. So maybe 4 is pretty damn good. So
I think it's a good spread. I'm not a fan of the spread. I think it's good because it's hard to pick that game, but I like Washington State. Next, we'll move on to Saturday morning, where the real fun begins.
Let's do it.
Which is one of my favorite plays of the week. Which would be Louisville, Miami. Louisville is actually the underdog, or actually it's even money right now, so it's kind of a pick 'em. I would take Louisville. They're the number 9 team in the country on the road at Miami. Miami does not know who they are after Clemson.
Florida State.
Florida State beat the hell out of them? Okay. Clemson did beat the hell out of them, right? Did Clemson beat the hell out of them?
28-20 against Clemson. That was
last week.
4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago.
Well, sorry. Either way, Miami does not know who they are, and Louisville will have more motivation to beat them than they have to play the game.
Yeah.
So give me Louisville straight up. Straight up.
Louisville. Now,
over 46.5 points.
Yeah, I believe the over is definitely going to fucking hit in this game. But so
over.
I like the over a lot. But I'm actually going to agree with you here. I think Louisville. Those boys are scrappy, ain't they?
They are.
I mean,
they beat Notre Dame.
Where the hell did they come from, though? Is all this?
They're
good.
from Kentucky. They're from Kentucky.
Whoa! Okay, now we're tracking. All
They
right.
came they came from Kentucky, where they play
Well,
football.
as
So
long as it's not Greenbow, Alabama, they'll be okay. But I mean,
Forrest, that's where Forrest is from. No,
but
that's actually where was it? Greenbow. That was Jenny was from there, right? Are they both from there?
both of them, yeah,
Hey,
they're
they both
both
live
from
there, I
there.
guess. Yeah. Go back to Greenbow, Alabama.
Hell of a sports town. All right.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, so I guess we'll take a look back. So Louisville beat at Notre Dame, or no, versus Notre Dame. I'm sorry, this was at home. Uh, Notre Dame 33-20. I mean, that would probably be. I feel like Notre Dame would probably scrub Miami, So
Yeah,
at the time, ranked Duke, uh, they hung a 0 up. Okay, so they held them to 0 points. Any level of football nowadays, I mean, if you're playing against a top ranked opponent, you hold them to 0 points. Pretty damn good, you ask me. So, and I would classify Duke and Miami. I mean, nothing against you fans. I mean, some of the greatest fans of all times. But, I mean,
negative.
0. Come on, all right.
Just
So,
good.
but yeah, and I feel like Miami Duke they could be similar teams towards each other. Yeah, Louisville, I could see them doing some damage here. Like it's like some real damage. Maybe a Miami scores like 10. Okay,
I agree. I agree.
but yeah, good game though. But yeah, I'll take Louisville big here.
Good game, close game. Louisville on top.
Mm-hmm.
Rivalry. All right. Next,
Yep.
moving on to Oklahoma BYU. Now this is one that kind of intrigued me. It is Oklahoma plus 24 on the road at BYU up in Utah, where they, you know, let's LDJs. They're
Mm-hmm.
from there, or LDSs. Sorry, Latter Day Saints. They're a little
Mm-hmm.
weird over there. They
Yeah.
get it done. And
Mm-hmm.
24 is a lot of points for an Oklahoma team that is kind of sad because they have no more playoffs aspirations. They can win
They do
every
not.
game, and they
They do
can.
not.
The best game they're going to go to is the All State Gator Bowl.
Fiesta.
Yeah,
Gator Bowl. I don't know. Outback Bowl. All right, let's
yeah, they're
send
going.
it there.
Yeah, they go to the
But
Outback. They might get to go to
yeah.
Australia. But that is
So,
it.
well, let's just go back on this. They both played Texas. Um,
Okay,
so Oklahoma, obviously,
beat Texas.
later Texas. Okay,
That's right.
so but they played BYU played Texas 35-6 in that game. So what you're looking at here, I just think they're just gonna
Oh,
destroy BYU if you ask
think so?
me. I mean, yeah, just because Oklahoma's making that transition next year, so they got to show some kind of
They're gonna be in trouble,
something.
man.
Okay, yeah. Well,
They're in trouble.
not to get off topic, but Texas as well. So they need to run the table this year. So
Yeah.
they got to come into the SEC with some kind of firepower, with something to
Yes.
stand on. So
I
I
agree
think
with that.
Oklahoma just goes out and handles business this game.
Personally, I'd stay away from this game, but give me. I'll take the points in BYU. I'll take the 24. I think they keep it closer than the
Yeah,
experts think.
I would.
I could see it
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
I could
I
see a
would.
42 to 21
20
type.
or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I agree with that completely. I do not like the 24 in that game
I
at
mean,
all. Yeah.
all right.
What you
We're
got
gonna
next
skip.
up
We're
on the?
gonna briefly mention this one, which will be the Alabama Chattanooga. I actually like the plus 45.5
You
Chattanooga.
do?
I don't think Alabama doesn't just beat people 50 to nothing. They'll get up 42 to nothing. Chattanooga might get a surprise field goal or something. I don't think Bama wins by more than 45.5.
Well, let's see. Do you think that Middle Tennessee and Chattanooga will have a good game against each other?
Have they played?
Let's go back and let's check that here. Let's see. But no, Alabama beat them 56-7. So that's what I'm saying. But
So about
I'll go back and
49.
check.
That'd be 47.
And you really can't count the USF game with Bama 17-3 because I mean, you couldn't even see on TV, it was raining so hard. So I'm not even gonna count that game against Bama, in my opinion. But I don't know. I mean, what was the spread on that?
45.5. At
45. Holy
obviously it's in
shit.
in Alabama.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Damn. That is a lot. Let's go back. I just want to make sure. I don't think that they play, but let's see. Middle Tennessee. No. They did lose against Mercer, or they beat Mercer, though. So, but that's not really saying much. But yeah. I mean, 45 is a lot, but Jesus. They're in a terrible. Samford's in their division. Wofford. Wow. But I don't know. Yeah. Take the 45, or
Yeah.
take Chattanooga to cover. I don't know. Bama.
I would
Bama
take
win.
Chattanooga to cover. Bama, yeah,
Yeah.
Bama wins. Yeah. Breaking news. Yeah, Bama's gonna win that game.
Yeah.
All right. We'll skip that one. Let's go. We could Ole Miss 36.5 over Louisiana Monroe. Give me Ole Miss. I think they are mad.
Oh, they're pissed.
Georgia spread their legs, and beat the hell out of them. So I think Ole Miss or Louisiana Monroe comes to Ole Miss, and Ole Miss puts up 90 because they're so mad that they lost to Georgia so badly.
Yeah. Did you see Lane Kiffin's press conference after the game
He's like, yeah, they're just
last
the
week?
different. Like he's like, they're just different over there,
Yeah.
basically.
He literally. I've never seen
Him be
somebody
humbled.
take defeat. Dude, he took defeat so
Yeah,
well last
yeah. He
week. I
got.
was
I think
super.
when he knew there was when they lost to Alabama, it was close. They should have won. And this game, it's like they were just they lost to the better team and they knew it. So he was more grateful. I guess not grateful. That's a bad word, but more like he knew like they had a big test ahead of him, and he kind of accepted the defeat.
Well, I mean,
And
even pre
him and Kirby are tight. They hang out. They were both on the staff at the same time when he was in Alabama, so they're friends. They hang out and
yeah,
they text. So it was more just one buddy beating up on
yeah.
another buddy. So
Well, it was
he's not gonna have anything bad to say about Kirby, and Kirby's not gonna have anything bad to
right.
say about him. So they're friendly.
Well, even
So
even even before the game, his conferences, he's like, I don't know. They were asking me how do you think you're going to beat Georgia, and he was like, well, I mean, the last person that I was on staff with that I probably could have called, that was years ago, and now Georgia has him on staff, so I can't really call him. So I think Lane knew. He already knew like they were about to lose, so I
right,
think he
correct.
accepted that early.
I
So
agree.
yeah, but
I agree with that
I'm
one.
going out.
Well,
I'm going
early he
out.
probably had some hope, but then after
Yeah,
after a while,
yeah,
after a while
yeah. He
he
just
got
like,
down.
yeah, you know what? Never mind.
All right, so
Do your best, guys.
here is one, right? All right. We'll do Michigan, Maryland.
That's a big one. That's a big
Michigan
game.
is minus 19 on the road at Maryland. Is this a letdown game after the big win against Penn State with no coach? Everybody's crying on the sideline like they just won the Super Bowl. Do you
Well,
think this is a game they look at and say, or they're looking ahead to Ohio State, which is next week, to where they get trapped and lose to a scrappy little Maryland team with
see,
Tua's little brother out there slinging the thing around?
beginning of the season, Harbaugh was suspended for the COVID, violating COVID protocol, recruiting during COVID or something like that. So
Yeah,
he's been gone this year, and
but they
they've
played.
still done stuff. But they didn't play anybody, right? But they haven't played anybody besides Penn State all season. They played that game without him. So
They didn't look that
and
great
they didn't, but they only threw the ball. They didn't throw the ball at all second half.
in the second
Not
half.
one single pass was thrown.
Yeah,
That is actually insane to think about. But it's like I don't know. They've dealt without Harbaugh. But and I what was that spread again? One more time.
19 on the road.
Oh, dude. I want Maryland. Give me Maryland a couple.
Yeah, I'll take Maryland in the points. I don't think
Yeah.
that Michigan will beat them. They'll win. I don't think they'll
Yeah,
win
I think
by
so.
3 touchdowns.
No chance.
I think I think they get ahead and they run the clock and they do their little thing, and Maryland keeps it close, but just out
Before
of
you know
reach
it,
at
the
all.
game's over.
Yeah, just out of reach at all times. Michigan's always going to be winning by 10 and blah, blah, blah. But Michigan
Yeah,
wins the game. They do not cover the game.
yeah. And that whole,
All right.
I don't know. Is it for show? Could be for show.
What's
Harbaugh
that?
crying.
Well, Harbaugh wasn't crying. Remember his assistant coach was
Oh, I seen
crying
that assistant coach. Yeah, he
because,
dropped a
oh,
huge f
we
bomb.
we did this for you. Like he died or something. Like they thought, like he just died in a plane wreck. They're like, oh my god. Like,
Jesus.
I wish you were here, coach. We're thinking about you. Like he died. Like, bro, you're still alive. Like
Yeah, you know you
he's
could
just
like call him right now.
he's just
Let's go to
suspended
the
for
locker
3
room.
games. Like,
Yeah.
relax, dude. Like it's not that big a deal. I think he was like he was slobbing on it, dude.
Yeah,
He's trying to get the next job. He's trying to get a promotion.
absolutely. It was like, dude, put me in line, all right?
Yeah.
Put
When
me
he
in
goes
line.
to the NFL, I want this job. That's what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Exactly.
Harbaugh is probably
Exactly.
going to the NFL. He's going back to the NFL for sure.
I mean,
Um,
yeah.
I mean,
He
why
won't have to
not?
deal with any of that. He won't have to deal with any of that bullshit he's dealing with
Nope,
right now.
no recruiting violations. All right,
Mm-mm.
so this is a game I like. Ooh, the spread started at 17.5. It has gone up to 20.5. This would be Penn State Rutgers.
Ooh.
I
Let's check the Rutgers schedule this year.
I
Let's see what they got going on.
don't. I was gonna say I like 20 points, but 20.5, that's a good line. I don't. That's a lot of points. But Penn State's also mad that they lost to Michigan.
Mhm.
So
Especially
this could,
in the sense
yes.
of Harbaugh being gone.
So the spread is 20. The over under is 40. So that means they think they're going to win 30-10. The final score. That's the
So they
predicted
lost him.
score.
The Penn State and Michigan, pretty close game. Like you said, Michigan just ate the clock up. So they pretty much took over the clock, not even the game. They just took over the clock. So
Yep.
Rutgers lost 31-7, so that'd be 38 against Michigan. And
Right.
that was in week 4. So, I mean, it's a pretty seasoned game. I mean, 4
Yep.
weeks into the season. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I dig that.
yeah. So I could see it being an under game.
I agree. I can agree with that.
27-6 type deal going on there.
I still
Maybe 10.
give me. I think Penn State beats them to death. I think they cover the spread. I think they're mad. I don't think Rutgers will be able to move the ball. I definitely like the under 40 total.
I do like the under. Yeah.
Under 40.5. Give me, if I had one bet for this game, it'd be under 40.5. I think they'll win 27-3, 27-10. Now, will they win by 20? I don't know, but it will be under 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
Because
like
Rutgers, I don't think Rutgers is going to score.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Moving on.
All right. Yeah. Like that.
All right. Let's see.
Onward?
Onward and upward. Next game worth talking about. Give me some Utah, Arizona. All right, Utah, Arizona.
Good game. We got to spend some time on this one here.
Yeah, 2:30 Eastern time. I'll go with my take first. I like Utah on the road, money line to win the game outright. Arizona is good. I know they are good. They can throw the ball. The quarterback is amazing. I don't think they're going to be able to do that to Utah. And Utah loves to run the ball, and I don't think Arizona can stop them. And I think Utah controls the game. They win the game. They get out early. They stay ahead, play good defense, win the game outright.
Do you want to go on? If you want to just say it. All right. If you want Utah to be the dog of the day, then you can say that. I'm just saying that
I would consider them a dog. It's a 1-point spread.
But
it's a money line game to me.
Yeah, 100%.
I guess they're the dog of the day as 1 point, but
if you want
I'll find a better
dog
dog.
of the day, yeah. Oh, you're gonna. It's like a rescue dog.
My dog of the day, I'll sneak one in here from looking at the spread here. I'll take Cincinnati money line against West Virginia. They're 6-point dogs. They're 6-point dogs.
All right. We'll get to there. We'll get to there. I'm cool with that. But yeah, this is more like a rescue dog. You know, you kind of want it, but like you just feel bad for it, so you're like, I guess I'll take him home. So,
Yeah, this is
but
I would
just
consider them a dog.
yeah,
They're the higher
but
ranked team. Well, the
the
dog of
only
the
thing
day
that
would be
scares
Washington.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, exactly. But you know, it scares me a little bit that the only time they scored over 30 points for the season was against USC, and I mean, we don't really have to talk about how terrible their defense is. So it does scare me a little bit. I think they're going to have to score and score a lot, but it just all depends on because I can tell you right now, Arizona. I'm not. They're probably averaging what 28 a game or so, maybe somewhere around there. I'm not sure exactly, but
Mhm.
I would say they're going to have to score over 30 to beat them. But and if they do, 100%, I think they can beat them. But yeah, Arizona. I mean, they're not a shake. They can definitely score some points, and they're not a bad team. Just see how they do in the
I agree with that.
bigger games.
I can ride with that.
Yeah, but I definitely do like I definitely do like Utah to maybe try to sneak one in here. They need it. They need a big one. They haven't got one all year,
Yes.
so they come up short every single time. But they deserve it. I think they deserve it.
Yes. Now I'm gonna take it to game day, where James Madison goes up against
Oh,
Appalachian State. James
is it?
Madison started off as 12-point favorites, are down to 9.5-point favorites at home
Mhm.
against App State. Over under 56.5. Give me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, go ahead and give me that. They start off at 12. People are hitting Appalachian State plus 12. Give me the minus 9.5 for James Madison. Game day's
Okay.
there. They're hype. They're going to be excited. Everybody's, they're mad that they can't make the playoff or even come close because they're illegal. So they're going to be a little upset. They're going to play well, and they will win by at least 10 points. Give me a 42-31 finish. James Madison on top.
First of all, I've been a JMU fan this year, but I have
Mm-hmm.
no ties to them whatsoever. But however,
That's right.
I just want to go
That's
on
right.
record and say
I love
it
them.
is bullshit that they are not getting any type. I
Language.
get it. I get an understanding of the whole thing, but and you had explained it to me before. Like they want to give them time to like get the recruits in and all that good stuff. But hey, dude, they're good now, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of bullshit. I get it, but then again, like okay, this situation, you have to at least look at it and change things around. They should be going
That's right.
even thought about it, at least for their Sun Belt. So
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but it still pisses me off, and I can't imagine being a true fan of JMU. But
That's true.
I I started with I think I jumped on them week 2. I was like, hey, let's check out that JMU game, and
Mm-hmm.
they have not looked back like at all. I'm 10-0 right now. They're winning. I wouldn't say they're going to win big because App State's pretty damn good. I mean, should have beat UNC earlier this year. I think that went in a double overtime, and they missed a PI call, like New Orleans Saints playoff PI call. It drug the dude to the ground. I was like, "What the hell are we watching here?" So UNC definitely should have lost that game against App State, but barely lost to Wyoming. I did not watch that game, and dang, 22-19. So
Wyoming,
Wyoming,
Wyoming kind of started off good, but they're not that great this year either.
yeah. And at the beginning of the season, they were kind of slinging it all over the yard, but
Well, yeah, they
kind
almost
of fell
beat
off
like
a little bit.
Oklahoma, I think, but then they kind of fell off after that.
Yeah. And I mean Georgia State scrappy. I know JMU was letting Georgia State linger around for a while. Like I think it was maybe it's like 14-7 and a half or something like that. I can't maybe 7-0 at half even. And
Yeah.
then JMU took the cover off of it, and they
Mm-hmm.
ended up handling them. But
That's right.
App State beat them 42-14. So I mean, look for this game to be a lot closer than you think it is. But game day being at JMU and all that, PFT will be there
Yeah,
for game day
sure.
picks actually. So yeah, JMU is going to be all over it, man. They're going to be hype. So I don't expect
Yes.
them to lose this game at all. So, but
All right.
play
Next
better
game
game
of
defense.
interest. Give me some North Carolina at Clemson. Clemson started off as 10.5 point favorites, are down to 7.5, over under 59.5. Boom.
Okay,
What do you think? This would be my dog of the day, actually. If you consider
take
like they're 7.5 point dogs on the road at
mm,
Clemson. Clemson hasn't really shown me much. Yes, they won. They beat Miami. Sure, wasn't that great, but Carolina can score. I think they can get ahead of Clemson, and I think they can take this game straight up.
they could.
Drake May
What time is the
slinging that
game?
thing. 3:30, same
Oh
time
yeah,
as them dogs.
3:30. Okay, yeah, I will not be
Yeah,
watching this game then. But
me neither.
yeah. So oh man, I don't like just Clemson in general. I just don't like messing with them. If you want, I'm not touching this game. Do what you want to do, whatever. But
I definitely
North
think
Carolina could.
North Carolina covers, but I think they're going to win, but I know they're going to cover.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Clemson hasn't really showed up during anything this year. I mean,
yeah,
they lost against Virginia, Georgia Tech. Oh wait,
yeah,
this is Tar Heels. I'm sorry, wrong
yeah.
one. But let's go back. So Clemson lost real quick. Duke, Florida State, Miami, uh, and North Carolina State beat them. So I mean, the only ranked opponent that they beat this year is Notre Dame.
Hmm.
So and where are they at today? I mean, I don't know,
Yeah,
but
exactly. Not on the rankings, that's
so
for sure.
yeah, so they have pretty much what we're saying here is Clemson's not showing up. All right,
Yeah, take
it is a
the.
home game for them, but
I'll still take the points if you want to be safe. Take the points.
yeah, be safe there.
Yes. Next we'll jump to USC UCLA. USC start off as 12 point favorites. They are down to 5 point favorites. Everybody is slamming UCLA
Mm-hmm.
and the points. So the spread is now 5. Do you consider this? I know this is probably your dog of the day. You like
I
UCLA to win
this
this game.
this is my dog. Yeah, he'll be sitting on
Okay.
the couch with me, and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
protecting him.
Yeah, good boy. He's
Maybe
a good
wrapped
boy.
up in a exactly maybe a
He's a good
heated
boy.
blanket if
Yeah.
it
So,
gets a little bit
yeah.
cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Gets cold
yeah,
out
I
there in
really like.
California.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna I'm actually gonna take the money line for UCLA right here. So I'm gonna make a just a straight bet
Yeah.
there. See how it
Mm-hmm.
goes. Um, but I actually kind of like it. I mean, they lost to Utah, Oregon State beat them in a close one actually. Arizona beat them. Arizona State. Eesh, I'm looking at these losses, and it's making me
Uh-oh.
not want to do it. But they're all those teams that lost to defenses are still
Better than
years better
USC's.
than USC. So
All right.
uh, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So
With that being said, I would be taking USC and the points. I think they
oh yeah,
do. I don't think they win by 12, but I think they win by 5, which is the new spread. Give me the 5 points. Give me USC. This might be Caleb Williams' last really good game, like in college, because he's not going to a good bowl game. So
no.
this is his last
Do you
time
even
playing
think?
UCLA.
Do you
Give me
think? Do you think he plays next week against Cal? Or no, not
all
Cal, not Cal. They play
last
who
game
they
of the
play for
year. I don't know who they played
last
last
game of
game.
the
USC. Is that last game of
yeah
the year? Or Notre
USC.
Dame? I've heard, or they already
Oh
played.
wait, this is their last game of the year,
No way.
I believe.
No, they got to play
Let's
one
see here.
more.
Let me
Everybody
make
plays
sure.
next week.
Nope.
USC
Nope.
Trojans
Nope.
football.
That's it. This is their last game of the year. This is Caleb Williams' last game.
So yeah, give me the -5.
Okay, that just changed everything. Can I like kick my dog?
You may not. Give me Caleb. Give me Caleb Williams last game -5 against UCLA.
You know, hell with it.
Moving on.
I'm staying with
Moving
it.
on. Give me This is the game we've all been waiting for. Give me some Georgia Tennessee. Spread started at -7. It has moved to -9 on the road in Rocky Top. In Rocky Top against those damn Vols. What you got? Or I'll go first this time. You went first last time. Give me all right. So Georgia obviously wins this game. I don't like Tennessee. I never have. That orange is ugly. I like Georgia -9. This is Tennessee's Super Bowl. They will not have a bigger game. They play South Carolina next week, I think. Who cares? So, or no, they got clips. Who's Tennessee playing last week of the year?
Vandy next week.
Anyways, all right. So this is their Super Bowl. They're playing Vandy next week. They will fall behind early. They get real chippy. I guarantee they're going to be dirty. They like to cut people knees. We always lose at least 2 good people against Tennessee. They're dirty. I hate them. They stink. And I'm pretty sure they're all related. So give me dogs -9. Give me dogs -100. Dogs on top. Go dogs.
So I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction. Yes, do I think dogs are on top? Absolutely. I am not picking the dogs to lose this game. I did have this game at the beginning of the season circled as a possible hiccup. I didn't have Ole Miss as a possible hiccup, but that was before they were the 9th team in the nation. But I think Tennessee wins the coin toss, elects to get the ball first, and then they go down and put us down 7-0. We have not been good.
It's not going to happen.
The first drive this year. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm completely wrong. But I do think that Tennessee gets a little momentum going early.
Nah.
But Georgia has struggled a little bit getting going on the road, especially.
I don't think they score. I don't think Tennessee scores at all.
I hope you're 100% right. I hope I'm wrong. I'm saying all this in hopes that I'm speaking it out of existence. So, but I think Tennessee goes out there. They start going early, get on the board, score first, at least a field goal. Georgia goes down, scores. I know Tennessee. Their receivers have been a little soft lately, but I mean, it is SEC football. So, and Georgia's got. I know everybody's saying that Georgia's getting healthy, and there's a lot of people coming back and all this stuff. Yeah, on offense, but look how many people that we've lost on defense the past 2 games. And these guys, we got a young defense playing against Tennessee.
Scary for everybody else.
Yeah. Which that just. I mean, that's how good they are. I mean, they played pretty much the entire Ole Miss game last week.
Yeah,
so,
we lost Bear Alexander to USC. He'd be on our team. We recruit better than anyone. All our best players, they transfer. Alabama's best player, Burton, Georgia.
Yep.
A.D. Mitchell, exactly. Dog.
Yep. Texas just doing his thing out there.
Beating Alabama out there too.
Hey, he got his ring with us. That's cool. I'm cool with AD. He wanted to go to Texas and
2
get
rings
to his family.
He got 2 rings.
Yeah. So, hey, man, appreciate it.
No, AD Mitchell, love him. Burton, hate him. He went to Alabama.
No, I can't. Yeah.
Just because he wanted to.
With that. No. Yeah, exactly. But no, I got dogs and a tighter one than you think, actually. But at the end, they start pulling away in the fourth quarter, actually.
So what about the spread? -9.
9 right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I actually like that spread. I'll say Georgia covers. Georgia covers 9. Yeah.
There you go. Long walk.
Late. Stick into it. Stay in there.
Yeah. All right. So
hopefully I'm wrong.
These would be a quick one. We'll do Ohio State, Minnesota. Current spread is minus 27.5, over under 49. I would not mess with the spread, but give me over. I'll take the over 49. That's kind of scary actually, because Ohio State could just shut them down.
Let's see here. Let's go back Minnesota's schedule for a second. Oof.
The money line on Ohio State, Minnesota. If you take Ohio State on the money line, it's minus 30,000. I mean, that's good. I mean, like, it's free money, but whatever.
So
Then
check
they
it out
lose.
here.
Yeah.
So they've scored 34 once
Mm-hmm.
and a loss against Northwestern.
Okay.
Other than that, they beat They beat the Raging Cajuns 35-24. We're not even going to count that game.
Right.
Lost to Michigan 52-10. Iowa beat them 12 or they beat Iowa 12-10. They only scored 27 against Michigan State. Oh, dude. Ohio State may score 1,000 against them. Yeah, this is going to be bad.
But I still think the over under goes over 49. That's my best play. I think
so.
Because Ohio State might score 49 by themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Ohio State covers by themselves, like the
Yeah.
over under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Minnesota might score once, like that's all I need. But I'm staying away from the actually I'll take Ohio State plus 27 or minus 27. I think they win by 4 touchdowns.
This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be real bad.
All right, so the next game worth mentioning would be Oregon, Arizona State minus 24.5. Give me the Ducks to roll, and give me the over 53.5.
Absolutely.
So I think they win this game probably 49-14 or something. I think they cover this over under by themselves almost. This 53.5, Oregon will score at least 45, maybe 49.
Yeah.
On the road at Arizona State. Do you have any disagreements with that?
Arizona State lost to Fresno State.
Okay, so there you go. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, Oregon may score. They might score 60.
60, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very possible. And they're trying to get Bo Nix the Heisman, so they win by a lot. Yeah.
2 weeks ago, Utah scored 55 on them. So, and Utah's offense is nothing compared to Oregon. So
there you go. Yeah, definitely. That's a very low over under. Actually, I would hammer that as a single play. Wow. Take that one. Yeah,
I'm writing this down. What was that? Oregon, and
Oregon, Arizona State over under 53.5.
Okay, 53.5. Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Because Arizona State might score a few times, and Oregon's definitely scoring 40 something. All right, so
hammer it.
Next game worth mentioning. I guess we'll quickly just give our spread for the Kansas State game, which would be Kansas State's favored by -3. I think that is a good line. I think they win because Kansas quarterback is out.
Right.
So I think they win on the road. I would also take the under 57. I don't think there's any way they're scoring 57 in that game.
57.
Kansas State likes to take the air out of the ball. They run the ball. They'll get up. They'll run the clock. They'll win 21-17. Get your spread. Get your get your under. So Kansas State -3, under 57.
Yeah, because KU can still. Rock Chalk, they can still play a little defense. So quarterback's not on the other side of the ball.
Now, yes. Go.
Yeah, I believe they can. Yeah, I like the under there. If you're going to make a bet this game, yeah, I'm
under 57.
Yeah.
All right. Now give me, this will be definitely the biggest, easiest dog of the week, which would be Washington, Oregon State. Washington's on the road at Oregon State, who I think is the number 10 team, maybe number 11 in the BCS rankings. Washington is number 5 on the road. Basically a pick 'em. Oregon is favored by 1. Oregon State is favored by 1. I will take Washington money line, which is basically even money, and I'll also take over 62.5 points scored. I think this might be 100 points in this game.
There's going to be a lot of points, a lot of points. So let's
Yes.
see. I still I like Washington, and I thought their defense was a lot better than what it is today. I was completely wrong with that. I mean, you got Cal scoring 40 on you. Yeah, you got a hole in
Mm-hmm.
there somewhere.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
yeah, yeah. So this over is. I think it's a hammer here. So if you smash the over, but I still think Washington on the money line part too. I can't believe that line is even.
Oh,
But yeah, that actually could be a lock too. But
I got another one
I
coming
just
up too.
think,
I just saw it.
yeah, yeah, I just think that there's too much firepower from Penix, man. Like,
He's
the
different.
guy's he's a beast, man.
Those
Just seeing
receivers
him
are
all,
those receivers are nasty out there too.
oh yeah, but just watch this game. Just
Oh,
watch Penix
that spiral.
throw one
Oh,
drive, like him throwing a
on the
left-handed spiral
into a basket, right
on a
into the
rope.
basket.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm telling you.
All right, moving
But no,
on.
over
Yep.
for sure.
Yep, for sure. Moving on to one of Chaz's favorite plays of the day, which would be Florida v Missouri. Missouri is currently
Yes.
favored by 11 on the road, over under 57. I know Chaz is going to take Missouri here. I'm just going to mention, I think Missouri wins the game. I'm not sure about the cover, but I do like the under 57.5.
You like the under here?
I do. I don't
Uh,
think, I think either Missouri gets up and Florida doesn't score, or Florida gets up and they run the clock.
yeah,
I
that
don't think
makes
it's going to be a shoot. I don't think we'll have a shootout here.
I don't either. I don't either. But the last 4 weeks of the season, these are all SEC opponents.
Yep.
They scored 38 against Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
34 against South Carolina, scored 21 against one of the best defenses in the country at Georgia, and played a very good game in Athens. I
I think
believe that
Florida,
game might have been
I still believe Florida has a better defense than Kentucky or South Carolina.
right. I mean, I agree. But, well, what about Tennessee though? Because they hung 36 on Tennessee last week.
I don't think Tennessee's known for their defense. I don't think that's
I
something
mean,
that.
yeah, they're really banking
And
on the quarterback.
Tennessee, their offense is like three and out, and they're on the field a lot. Florida likes to run the ball. They like to run the clock. I think the score remains low. I could see a 21-17 ball game here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just Missouri, I think, is one of the top teams in the SEC though, and they play everybody super tough. I
Yep.
mean, even against LSU, which
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Daniels is he's my Heisman favorite. I mean, I don't understand how you can give anybody
Oh,
credit
numbers
for that.
wise, I mean, I guess it depends. You can go back. I mean, numbers wise, there's nobody even close to him. He's dropping like video
Exactly.
game numbers, but
Yeah.
you go back to the best player on the best team. He's not in the college football playoff. Who cares? When Tebow won it, he had like four losses that year. When Tebow won his Heisman, I mean, he doesn't have to
Yeah.
be on the undefeated team. And that's the
Yeah.
case. We should open this book on Carson Beck. Carson Beck
That,
deserves a
I
little more
mean,
respect out here in these
and
streets. Just because he's on the
Beck's
best
numbers
team, just because his team is stacked, nobody even talks about him. But he's
Beck's numbers
he's
are
slinging
better
that
than
thing.
Beck's numbers are better than Bo Nix. So it's
Mm,
like, what are we talking about here? And Bo Nix is favorited, right? Or no,
yeah,
Penix probably is, but
I
Bo
say they're
Nix is a
not.
close second.
I looked it up. They're close, but Bo Nix does have better numbers. But efficiency wise, not so much. If you just talk about like pure efficiency, like moving the offense, this and that, like Carson Beck is
Hmm.
better. As far as
Yeah,
like completion, he has a higher completion percentage. Blah blah blah. Obviously, he doesn't put up 800 yards a game because we don't have to,
yeah, exactly. Because we
but he
play
gets no
defense for
respect
it.
in these
So
streets.
no,
Um,
but I mean, to my point that I was trying to
yep,
make is that Missouri hung up 39 on LSU in a close game. So
that's
that's what
awful.
that. So watching that game,
But
that's
LSU
why I
don't have a
was like,
defense either, though.
exactly that, and that's the reason why they should have won.
Yeah,
They should have scored more than that. It should have been closer than a 10 spread. But
yeah.
I mean, they can score points, and I mean LSU hanging 49 on you, like
See, but I could also see Missouri just winning this game, um, like 27-10. You know,
Yeah, it
like
could be silly,
Florida, yeah, like 27-10, 31-14 will still be under. Like,
and it's not as much of a statement that they needed to make against Tennessee last week.
no.
So
So I think Missouri either gets out and they win by like, 14, 15 points, kind of run the clock with Schrader just running people over.
hmm
And I think, but I do think it stays under the 57.5. That's pretty high. That's higher. That's almost as high as the Oregon game. And I don't think they're
yeah,
on that level of
it's
offense.
only because of last week, and yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's
They're
being
not playing in the
inflated.
swamp.
It's being
Florida has
inflated.
been
Yeah.
Florida's been terribly bad on the road this year. So
Yes.
let's
All
just.
right.
I'm about to look at their road record real quick. Just last little touch on this
I say
game.
I think we got 15 minutes left
Yeah.
before the time runs out.
Yep. Yep. So you got.
So we got some more games to run through too before
Yeah.
the time's up.
They only lost at home once this year, and they're 5-4,
Yeah.
3-4, 5-5, 5-5. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
So 4 losses on the road. Yeah, like I said, I think they lose the game. I just don't think they lose it by. I'm worried about the spread. I'm not taking it, but just give me the under. Give me the under.
Yeah.
All right. So
Gotcha.
moving on from that one, we'll quickly. I think there's only one good game left, actually, one or two. We'll mention two because I believe this was one of your games from earlier. We'll talk about Nebraska, Wisconsin, over under 37.
Oh, God.
Plus 195 or plus 5.5 for Nebraska, or Wisconsin's favored by 5.5. Over under
Uh,
37 points.
Nebraska only
This might
hung
go under
14.
actually.
Yeah, that's what Nebraska only hung 14 on Colorado. So they did turn around Northern Illinois. You can't really.
I think that was a bad weather. I want to say that Nebraska game was a bad weather game against Colorado, from what I
Oh, okay,
remember.
I got you. Yeah,
From
they
what I
scored
remember,
31 on Purdue, but
Wisconsin don't score
yeah,
like that either. But
no, exactly. Yeah, I
you took. Would you take Nebraska 5.5?
Nebraska, my dog of the. It was a dog.
You
Maybe
think the
make a little
money? Yeah,
extra money
money
because
line. Yeah,
Wisconsin's starting to they've been on a struggle bus lately. So it's like they're 3 losses in a row. So
I don't think.
Ohio State, IU, and Northwestern.
I think Wisconsin. I don't like the 5.5, but I do think they win the game. I think Wisconsin wins. I think they can run the ball on Nebraska. I think their defense is better. I think they get ahead. I think the over under is good, and I think it probably goes under. I think it might be a 17-10 ball game,
I could agree with that 100%, but I
or
just think it's going to be a lot.
17-14. Something closer. But
Right,
yeah,
right,
okay.
exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And lastly, I think this will be the last game of mentioning that is worth, I guess, LSU, Georgia State. We're from Georgia. I think Georgia State wins this game outright. Outright. I think I take.
Tell me the line on that. Tell me
I'll
the
take
line on
the.
that.
I'll take the money line. Georgia State at LSU. Plus 800. uh, that's actually a low spread for that. That's a low spread for that game. Actually, I feel like that money line should be higher. But anyways,
What you got on it?
I
Georgia
mean,
State
no,
can score now.
I mean, I'm not taking that obviously, but I mean, the money line for LSU is minus 10,000. The money line for Georgia State should be plus 10,000. I mean,
The what's the spread and the
oh, okay. So Georgia State. Obviously, I'm not taking Georgia State in this game. Let's say LSU is minus 31 at home against Georgia State. Over
give me
under
over.
73.5.
Oh, dude, if it was shit,
If it was in the 60 range,
make it still. Yeah, if it was in the 60s, I might be a little bit more comfortable. But dude, Georgia State could score, but
Georgia State can score. I don't think they do today. I
no.
would take the under 73.5. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a
the
lot.
score ends up being 40, or LSU will get up. I say 49-21, which is still under the spread of that 70 points. and
45,
that's
10.
40C. There you go. I
Yeah.
don't think they reach that. I think LSU gets out to a huge lead. They pull their starters and they run the clock.
Yep.
Under
That's when I
73
think
and
they
a
score. Yeah.
half. Yes. And I will also take the minus 31 for LSU.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we will
I'm,
replay these. I'll, find the clips of these games afterwards and we'll see who did the best.
yeah. Yeah. We'll take that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
But
Yeah, have
so
these clips out there.
who? So give me that dog of the day again, one more time.
Okay, so my dog of the day, easy dog, would be. Just kidding, it's not. Um, the best dog of the day for me. I said that one, but I'll take that one back. I said Cincinnati, but that's just because I saw it, but I don't think that was my dog.
Right.
I like. Where was it? If I had to pick one, I would take. I think it's probably that one. Yeah, give me North Carolina plus 7.5 on the road at Clemson
Okay.
as my
All right.
upset of the day. My dog.
And I don't mind that one. I hope you're right on that. I really
I
do.
think so. I
But
think I
this
will
is for
be.
the tiebreaker. We'll use this for tiebreaker if we have a tiebreaker this week.
Okay.
But
Yeah, the dog is worth.
I already said it.
Well,
I
I
already
guess it
said
should
what
be
I
worth.
already said.
It should be worth whatever the spread is. So, like,
Okay.
obviously, the
That's fine.
bigger the spread, the bigger the dog.
Okay. So I
So my
can't use
spread is
my.
7.5. So let's just call that 7 points for mine.
Well, I got UCLA at 6.5. So
Well, you can still use it. We can use this regardless. This will count toward our points, tiebreaker or not.
okay.
So you have to take that chance of it not being a tiebreaker, because if it is a tiebreaker, whatever, then it comes down to this. But if
Mm,
you get plus 6.5 for your win if you win, and then it'll be a tiebreaker
yeah,
if it has to be.
I got you.
So that would still get you 6.5 points. And who was that?
Mm,
Who's your one dog?
UCLA. I can't go back on it
Okay.
now.
I got
All right.
UCLA's plus 5 at the
Oh,
moment.
it went down that fast?
I mean,
Shit.
if it, I don't, was it? I thought it was plus 5 a while ago.
No, I wrote it down. It was 6.5.
Did we talk about one before that? I'm not sure, but yeah, it's 5.
Damn.
Yeah, 5 on the road at USC, right down the street, actually.
Yep.
Right down the border. All right.
Yeah. Well, hell.
Actually, give me I would take Georgia State as my dog.